So from here, I've got the rotational snatch. I love this exercise. It's a fun exercise, it's powerful. It's like I'm starting a really big lawnmower. It's a great way to build posterior strength, rotational strength, all those muscles of my back, my shoulders, my grip. Fantastic fun exercise. What's up? This is Marcus Martinez, Master Kettlebell Coach for Living.Fit. We're gonna talk about 3 variations of the snatch that are gonna build rotational power. So I think you see where we're going with this. We're gonna be doing rotational snatch variations. And I love adding in rotational work into my ballistic exercises like the swing, the clean, and the snatch, but make sure you have those basic movements down. You understand how to do the swing, the clean, the snatch before you start getting all fancy with it. But once you do, you feel good, now let's have some fun. So the first thing I'm gonna recommend is that you make sure that you can pivot freely. So you're in a place, you're in a nice open field, you have nice loose shoes, whatever that might be, but make sure that you can pivot. Because I want you to be able to open up with that rotation and not torque your knee. So a lot of people will start adding the rotation, but then they don't rotate with it. And then they start to feel a little pain in that knee. So make sure that you can rotate freely. So we're gonna start off from more simple into more complex, and then we'll tie it all together. So the first one is gonna be a Deadstart Rotational Snatch. I'm gonna do a cross body snatch. So I'm gonna go across my body here as I'm driving off the ground first. That front leg is gonna be my main driving force, and then with that pulling from my opposite arm. I'm gonna pull across the body so that I finish in that 90-degree position. But it's nice and controlled. I feel much more secure because I'm staying fairly vertical. I'm not doing a lot of hinging. I'm not letting that bell fly out in front of me. I'm pulling everything vertically. So what I wanna make sure I've got here is when I get into this position, I don't over round my shoulder and then start to fold forward. I wanna still maintain a lot of lat and upper back engagement, so I maintain that thoracic extension, my upper back. I don't wanna get into this position, I wanna stay here, nice and tight. For these ballistic exercises, very important, so that way we keep that structural integrity of the shoulder intact. So from here, I've got the rotational snatch. I love this exercise. It's a fun exercise, it's powerful. It's like I'm starting a really big lawnmower. It's a great way to build posterior strength, rotational strength, all those muscles of my back, my shoulders, my grip. Fantastic fun exercise. Let's say I got that down. Now you're like, Marcus, I want a little bit more complexity here. Come on, let's get a little bit more rotation. I got you. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna cross the midline with this starting position. I'm gonna let that bell drop across. I'm gonna have to coordinate my hips a little bit better so that way I can clear my knees, create this pathway so that I can finish in that same position. So I'm going over the body, creating this nice big 360 spiral that is going to allow me to create a lot of power. So from here, I can always add in some more fun. I could add in another position. I could add in some squats, lunges, other exercises, other positions to make it even more complex. From there, now we're gonna go from the hang position. So the starting position is gonna be overhead. From here, we're gonna go across the body, pivot, and then come right back up to that starting position. So again, this is why we have to look at everything from a risk-reward scenario, from a ratio. Is it worth the risk? If you are not well-versed with kettlebells, just keep it simple. Go to the Deadstart Rotational, go to Deadstart Snatch. But if you feel really comfortable, you've been doing kettlebells for 15 years or even less, but you feel really, really comfortable, then you can start to play around with it. So from this top position, I'm gonna let that bell come across my body, and then I'm gonna finish in that top position. So I can start from this low position here if I don't feel comfortable. Otherwise, I wanna go from the top here. So I have to decelerate that weight. This 16K, 35-pound bell feels significantly heavier as I'm letting it drop. I have to coordinate my hips, I have to coordinate that rotation, that pivot. Fantastic exercise for building overall strength and athleticism. So these are 3 of my favorite snatch variations to start incorporating rotational power, grip strength, shoulder strength, posterior strength, all those things. And you can start to incorporate them into your training. They don't have to take place of your favorite basic sagittal movements. It's just a way to start spicing things up, adding some rotation, having some fun with your training, and just start playing in these different positions and patterns. So for more kettlebell workouts, check out Living.Fit for one of my favorite programs, Turbo Fat Loss, where incorporate rotational work, a lot of unilateral work, single side, single arm work, single kettlebell. It's all you need Fantastic program to get you stronger, leaner, and more athletic than ever. All right, I'm done. See you on the next one.